Well, welcome everybody to another episode of The Grove. Today we are going to be discussing the way to inner peace. And I'm sure many of us have many different ideas of what this means. But I'm going to share with you my techniques and the things that have worked for me and my experience during these last, couple of decades. Anyway, it's so good to be back. Sorry I missed you all last week. And boy, talk about confusing. I did take last week off. We did not have a broadcast. And I looked at the calendar and I got turned around. So no, we are not doing the solstice ceremony today. Solstice is next week. So we will be celebrating the Yule Sabbath live here next week, and I hope you'll join me. I will, of course, be posting on all my social media as to what to expect. If you want to prepare, celebrate, and follow along for the ceremony, I will have that up in the next couple of days if you're watching this live. But today we are going to be covering ways to find inner peace. And the number one method that I use is meditation. So we're going to cover some of that as well. Toward the end of today's broadcast, I will be performing a healing guided meditation. So if you don't feel like following along live, you are more than welcome to go back to the free archives and do it at your own time and at your own leisure. So with that said, let me see if we have anybody in the chat room yet. Nope, nobody's saying hi yet, but hello, everybody. I am peeking in the chat room if you have any comments or would like to say anything to me while we're doing this. So let's start off with our weekly reading from the Book of One. I did choose one that I felt went with today's topic, and it is reading number 9, which is on page 35 of the Book of One, my book that I wrote. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, online dealers, etc., and on my website. Anyway, the chapter 9 is called Knowing Truth. Wisdom achieved through external learning is not true wisdom. Wisdom achieved by unlearning is true wisdom. Do not accept truths presented to you through another's assumptions. Accept only the truths that lie within you, for that is true wisdom. Listen to the stirrings in your heart, and you will know all you need. That is the voice of one. Listen to it, for it is truth. And I picked that one because it goes along with the theme of what we're going to be talking about today. So let's start with why did I choose such a profound title for today's broadcast? And quite honestly, throughout my experience of studying consciousness, magic, the occult, new age, shamanism, all the stuff that I've done for the last 30, 40 years, I have found that it all seems to lead to going inward to find that inner peace and being able to train the mind in order to, how shall we say, be grounded and still while the storm of life is rotating around us. Being the eye of the hurricane, where it's nice and quiet and still, but the everything around us is just like going crazy. Life happens, there's nothing that we can do to avoid life experience. Within this life, we are blessed to be spirits incarnated in a human body. And with that comes the human experience of contrast and duality, meaning in order to experience joy, we need sorrow. In order to experience happiness, we need sadness. It's just the nature of the universe when we are conscious within this human body on this plane of consciousness. So with that being said, many people will sell you different ideas. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them have been very helpful tools for me. And I do offer a lot of helpful tools with my own personal one on one clients to help guide us toward that place of developing a habit of inner peace. And that's exactly what inner peace is, it is a habit. Um, and what I mean by that is that when we are not in a state of heightened conscious awareness, not heightened awareness. Heightened awareness is more of like being reactive and hyper aware and hyper aroused. And that's not what I'm talking about. Hyper consciousness for me is transcending our day to day consciousness and being aligned with, call it source consciousness, call it the conversation with Holy Guardian Angel, as I've spoken about in the past. For me, the goal is to create a channel with that higher self, to create a conduit with the source of all things, the source consciousness, the creator consciousness of the universe. But in order to do so, it is important that we develop the skills to transcend any of the, how shall we say, physical blockages, mental blockages, emotional blockages, and spiritual blockages. As a matter of fact, I have an old video that I'm thinking about redoing because it seems to really encompass a lot of what I'm talking about here, and it's about specifically removing energy blockages. But we're not going to go into too much depth with that today. But I promise I will probably be working on that in the next several weeks or months and bring that to you. But it's important for us to be able to know what is our, and I'm saying this, I'm hesitating saying this, our ego consciousness. I do not believe ego is a bad thing. I believe ego is a tool. I do believe that it's a great tool, but a horrible master. But as life goes on day to day, and we are getting up, getting ready for work, we're taking care of our family, we're taking care of ourselves, taking care of our homes. We are living with media frenzy and disruption of the economy and war and conflict and just so much that is drawing our attention to what is happening outside of us. We have a tendency to chase or seek peace from something outside of us, and we are not going to find it out there. It's not out there. Peace can only be created within. Our inner peace is what is going to lead to peace around the world, and that's a whole nother show. But let's just say that we've been distracted, and we're constantly being distracted. Again, things are always preying on our attention, whether it's done purposefully or people not realizing that they're just stealing your focus from you. It's important for us to take the time to reel our consciousness back to ourselves and take that time to become more mindful. Now, for me, mindfulness is very much a tool in finding inner peace. Meditation is a part of that. However, mindfulness is, for me, very strictly being in the moment, being aware of what you're doing. Mindfulness is bringing your attention to the moment, to the task at hand, bringing your awareness to the conversation that you're having, bringing your focus to what is going on directly in this moment in the world in front of you that you're seeing, that you're hearing. This is being aware of your surroundings. And that is all really mindfulness is. There are many exercises that we can do for that. Meditation happens to be one of my favorites for that. But just remembering to be here now, be here in the moment is just one step of developing a mindfulness attitude, a mindfulness habit. Recently, I posted something on one of my social media platforms about being here in the moment. And geez, I just lost that thought. See, I lost my mindfulness. It might come back to me. I apologize for that. But it had something to do with the fact that it's important for us to stay here in the moment, but that's neither here nor there. So let's talk about meditation. People really freak out when it comes to meditation, I find. For some reason, people have this strange idea that meditation, we visualize this peaceful, serene, Tibetan monk in a cave and just like in deep, deep, deep meditation. Other times, we have this idea that meditation has to be a guided meditation. And for me, it's so much easier. It's so much easier than what we give ourselves credit for. We really have a way of complicating what meditation is. And as I was saying, for me, meditation is becoming aware of your thoughts. That's all it is. Every morning, I do meditate. As many of you know, I'm involved in a 12-step program, so I do a lot of my recovery work and reading and whatnot. As well, I do a meditation every single day. Now, sometimes meditation is meditation is not going to be the same experience every single day, and we shouldn't cling to that experience. That is one of the shortcomings that we have when it comes to meditation. We have this whether it be a guided meditation or we go to a group or we have the spontaneous, wonderful, peaceful meditation, and we go back to meditate again and we're not having the same experience. We have to let go of clinging. That's one of the basic Eastern philosophy principles, whether it be Taoism or Buddhism. Do not cling to memories, do not cling to thoughts, do not cling to ideals about experiences. Your meditation will change from one day to the next, and that's okay. Sometimes you'll have a very deep, restful, relaxing meditation. Other times it might be you just sitting there, just sitting, just sitting. And I share this with you because that was my experience this morning. Over the last week or so, I've had a lot on my mind. Nothing negative, just stuff, things I need to do, places I'm going, good things happening, stressful things happening. And so my mind was a little racy this morning, and my meditation literally was just sitting there. I think I was listening to like Native American flute music and just sitting there quietly, letting my thoughts drift, taking a few deep breaths, letting my mind wander, drawing my mind, bringing my attention back to the moment. And sometimes that's all meditation will be. It will be that 5 minutes of struggling to reel in your thoughts, to bring them to the moment. And that's okay. Other times you'll go into a very deep trance. You'll have beautiful visualizations. You'll feel, energy moving through your body. You may even have intuitive imagery or sensations, or as we like to say, cosmic downloads and aha moments. But it, it's okay if it's not like that every single day, is the point I'm trying to get across here. So let's say that the idea of meditation, the concept of meditation, is just to sit with your thoughts. One of the things that I've come to realize over the last several years is meditation can also be emotionally healing. If we want to find inner peace, it is important for us to not allow our negative thoughts, our past traumas, our past experiences, It's important to kind of not, well, it is important. It's not kind of, it's important not to resist those bad feelings when they arise. If you're sitting in a meditation and you're just sitting there quietly listening to your Native American pan flute music, like I was this morning, and suddenly you get a sense of foreboding. I always use that word because I get those flashes of foreboding once in a while, and I immediately ask, okay, is this an intuitive thing? And if it is, I listen to my body. If it's coming from my mind, if I'm not feeling it in my body, most likely it's intuitive. So I better pay attention because it's probably going to be some kind of download, some kind of information I need to get. However, if I'm getting that feeling of foreboding in a sense of meditation, but my body starts having the symptoms of what we call anxiety, some, heart beating a little bit or getting a little shaky, that means I'm leaning into a blockage. There's an energy blockage that I need to give my focus and attention to. So, what is that feeling of foreboding? Why am I feeling like this? Immediately, many of us will try to breathe it away, get rid of that sense, that feeling, that ickiness, that fearful thought of or foreboding worry of the future or whatnot. We try to push it away and we try to resist it because spiritual people are always happy. Not true, by the way. So when you have that moment, give yourself a break and just sit with that uncomfortable feeling. One of the greatest sources of finding inner peace is to not be afraid of our emotions, our positive emotions and our negative emotions. So the next time you find yourself sitting in meditation, observing your thoughts, and you're feeling that uncomfortable, icky energy, or you're remembering something that just makes you like gasp with resentment, guilt, or anger, sit with it. Sit with it. Ask yourself why is my body responding this way? I once, and I heard this today on another, I don't know if it was a YouTuber or a meditation video I was seeing, but they were saying, and it's a technique I use myself when I'm having that feeling of anxiety or panic, even throughout the day, whether it is during meditation or not. I tell my mind that I'm safe. There's nothing wrong. Why are you freaking out? Why is my body responding like there's danger when there's no danger? There's a thought, there's an energy blockage that needs to be dealt with. So sit with it for a moment. Don't try to push it away and ask yourself, why has this come up now? Is it something that's really happening in the present, or is it just a thought, a memory, or just the habit of worry? To find inner peace, and yes, we're leaning into meditation mostly today, but some of the tools that I use for finding inner peace is learning to sit with uncomfortable emotions. Life is not always going to be peaceful. Life is not always going to be joyful. Sometimes unhappy things are going to happen. The cycle of life, people move on. Sometimes our relationships end. Sometimes our friendships end. Sometimes we lose a pet or a loved one. Sometimes we lose our job. Sometimes some moron invades a country that they're not supposed to. Whatever it may be, life happens, and we are going to have uncomfortable feelings about it. But if we are in denial of our emotions, if we are in denial that these emotions exist, how are we ever going to find inner peace? If we are denying our human emotions, if we are denying our past experiences that make us uncomfortable, we are never going to find inner peace. I call those the energy blockages. And again, I'm going to go more in depth into all of this at a later date on another show. So be mindful of what you're feeling. Lean into that uncomfortable, awful, icky oh my God, why did they hurt me? Or why did I say that? Or what? Lean into it. Ask yourself, and tell your body you're okay, that you're safe. But ask yourself, why am I feeling that? Get to know. We talk about the shadow self all the time. This is kind of doing that shadow work. I prefer to do it in the safety of my meditation practice when I'm within that 10-minute span, when I'm meditating, or if I'm in a state of a light trance and a deep breath and I'm watching my thoughts. That's the time where I feel safe enough to do that kind of work. So don't ever turn your back on that. Don't try to push it away or act like it's not happening. It's only going to come back. It's only going to come back. Anyway, so I see that we have Lubaka on YouTube, so I want to say hello to you. How are you doing? Good to see you again today. Thank you for being here. And so let's move on. Boy, I went on for quite a bit. Let's start with the simple stuff. So let's just say that you've decided that you're going to do a 5-minute morning meditation. What I usually suggest, and I've gone over this in the past before, is just sit quietly, be somewhere where you know you will not be disturbed, and allow yourself to just close your eyes. You can have background music or not, and just breathe. And I don't know if I've done the whole breathing thing, but let's cover the basics today. When I say breathe, for me, there is a certain way to meditation breathing. And that is taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly, not your chest. You don't want to pump out your chest. You want to fill your diaphragm. So we breathe in through our nose, filling our diaphragm. And we pause. And then we exhale through our mouth. So if you can, do that with me. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly. Pause and exhale. And normally what I like to do is I like to place my hands. Let me see if I can stand up a little bit. I'm wearing black. I don't know if you can see, but I place my hands right below my rib cage so I can feel my diaphragm. And when I breathe in, my hands should rise. My diaphragm should rise, not my chest, but my diaphragm. So again, one last time, take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your diaphragm. Pause and exhale through your mouth. And sometimes that is the state of my meditation practice in the morning, just taking 5 deep breaths. I'll count 5 inhales and 5 exhales. Actually, honestly, that's my meditation, my mini meditation I do throughout my day when I get really busy or I need to bring my focus back to center and get out of my speculative, worrying mind. So yes, try it. I think you'll really find that very, very, very helpful. So now since I've taken up way too much time, and which means I'm going to run the show a little bit longer than usual, I would like to take you through a healing meditation. And basically this is a version that I've kind of altered a little bit of the healing meditation I do with my clients one-on-one, especially when I'm doing like a distance Reiki session with somebody on the phone or on Skype or whatever, or Zoom, whatever we use now. But I've kind of condensed it a little bit for today's broadcast, so you'll still get the same effects. The one thing I will say is that please, you are more than welcome to save this meditation for later. You can come back to the archives. They will be posted immediately after today's broadcast, and you can do it in your own time. However, when you are going to do it, please understand that this is kind of some heavy duty energy work. So when you are finished, make sure you give yourself a good 15, 20 minutes just to kind of sit with the meditation, sit with the energy, let the energy kind of find its way through your body to create balance. And I always say, drink a big, tall glass of water. Now, with that being said, you may find this healing meditation to be a little bit detoxifying. What I mean by that is sometimes people feel a little bit nauseous. Sometimes people get weepy. It's just your body trying to push out all those, those energy blockages and imbalances. So do not be frightened or freaked out by it if that happens. Again, I'm kind of reeling it back today. I doubt it'll be as powerful as if I was doing it one-on-one, but I want you to experience this. And it's a great practice for you to do by yourself, whether you're listening to the recorded version or something that you do on a day-to-day basis. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I'd like you all, if you could, get into a very comfortable position. And I wonder if I'm going to try to figure out how to play the meditation video so you can still hear my voice. Oh, I guess I can go down here. All right, so I'm going to start the video. I'd like you to please get in a comfortable position. Yeah, we want that one bigger. Sorry about that. Technology, you know. No. All right, let me see if I can turn off my video. I just want to make sure you could still hear me, though. Oh, okay. There we go. So go ahead, get into a comfortable position. If you can, and you're in a space where you can close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes now. And let's begin by taking a few cleansing and calming deep breaths. Taking a deep breath into your nose, filling your belly, pausing, and gently exhale. Again, taking a deep breath into your nose, filling your belly, and gently exhaling. And just allow your mind to begin to relax, bringing yourself to this moment, returning to a normal, natural breathing rhythm, bringing your attention to your body, into your feet, feeling them become very relaxed, bringing your attention to your calves, into your knees, feeling all the muscles becoming very, very relaxed. And now bring your attention to your lower back, your abdomen, feeling all of the muscles, the bones, and the blood and the organs becoming very, very relaxed. And bringing your attention now to your upper back, your shoulders, your upper arm, your forearms, your wrists, your palms and your fingers, feeling all of the muscles becoming very, very relaxed. Now bring your attention to the back of your head, the top of your head, your brow, your eyes, your cheeks and your jaw, feeling all of those muscles becoming very, very relaxed. Now just scan your body, feeling all of the muscles from your toes all the way up to your head, becoming very, very relaxed. Bringing your attention now to your crown at the very top of your head. And just visualize your crown opening up however you may see that. And just above your crown, just above your head, you see a bright golden light. And this bright golden light is a manifestation of source energy, life force energy, of chi, of prana, whatever you might call it. And allow this energy to go down through the top of your head, filling the top of your head and your mind with this bright golden healing light. And as you sense this bright golden healing light filling the top of your head, you feel it filling in behind your eyes, your nose, filling in behind your face, filling your entire skull, filling the inside of your entire head and neck with this bright golden healing light, restoring balance, promoting healing. And the light that is coming down through the top of your head and has filled the inside of your head begins to go down both of your arms, down your left arm, your right arm. As it moves towards your wrists and your palm, filling your arms, your forearms, and your hands with this bright golden healing light. Restoring balance, promoting healing. And now, if you are so inclined, you can place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your right hand as this bright golden healing light circulates into your upper chest, filling your heart and your lungs and all of the organs and bones and blood with this bright golden healing light. restoring balance, promoting healing. And now allow the light to travel down into your abdomen, going down your spine, filling your belly down to your waist. Filling your whole torso with this bright, golden, healing light, restoring balance, promoting healing. As we allow this light to go down into your pelvis, your groin, allowing it to sit, filling this entire area with this bright, golden, healing light, balancing your root chakra, restoring balance to this entire area as we begin to send it down your legs, down to your knees, and allowing it to go down even further into your thighs, your calves, your ankles, and filling your feet all the way down to your toes, filling your legs and your feet and your toes with this bright golden healing light, restoring balance, promoting healing. And now just sit for a moment with this golden light, your body filled to the brim, glowing, healing, restoring balance from your head to your toes. Feel this life force energy move and feel it beginning to expand outward from your physical body into all of your energy bodies, your mental body, your emotional body, your astral body, your spiritual body. Filling all of your energy bodies with this golden, bright, healing light, restoring balance, promoting healing. And just take a breath and sit with this feeling of the light coming down into your crown and filling all of your energy and physical bodies. Feel it removing all of your blockages. Feel it restoring balance everywhere. Feel it moving, cleansing, healing, empowering you and connecting you with your own highest self. And just sit for a moment with it. And now what I'd like you to do is, if you have your palms up on your chest, bring them down to your side. I'd like you to bring yourself back to the room you are in. Feel the chair or seat that you're sitting on, or feeling the floor beneath your feet. And I'd like you to begin to wiggle your toes. 3. Begin to wiggle your fingers. 2. And open your eyes. 1. Welcome back. Namaste. I hope you certainly enjoy that. I am not going to talk too much. I want you to keep feeling what you're feeling. Do yourself a favor. Sit with it for a few minutes before you go on with the rest of your day. Allow yourself to feel the full extent of the energy moving through you. When you are finally ready to stand up and go into the kitchen or wherever it might be, please get yourself a nice cleansing glass of water, and like an 8-ounce glass of water. It will help detox your body and allow the energy to flow freely and bring more balance. And I will leave you with that. I will see you all next week for our winter solstice ceremony. Keep an eye out for all the info, and I look forward to sharing this very special time of the year with you. I love you. Thank you, everyone on the chat, and thank you, everyone who's been watching and supporting. Please keep your support. I've noticed I'm getting a few more supporters. I really appreciate it. I thank you, and I love you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.